Good morning, Guardians. It's Tuesday, and this time I remembered to make a weekly reset for Destiny 1. And yeah, there's a cricket that just won't stop. Anyway, yep, it's Tuesday, and I can even tell you who are the bosses in Challenge of the Elders, because I managed to get through the first two. I was going to go for the three, but I have work, so I don't have time. However, for this week in Destiny 1, let me know again if there's anything more I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just giving you the basic rundown. So for Crucible, we have Zone Control. So you get one Treasure of Ages box, which they're cool, I guess. You get the silver dust. Yeah, chroma, ornaments, random stuff like, I don't have any, the heads and stuff. So Zone Control, but honestly, I'll probably be more in Destiny 2 because Iron Banner is going on this week. It's not about the gear because that cloak sucks in Destiny 2, but just play more PvP in Destiny 2. But Zone Control. Then we have the weekly story playlist with Heroic, so enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. Brawler, Guardian melee damage is greatly increased, and No Radar with Chaff. The stories are Mars and Venus. I tested one out. It was the one to get the Vex Gate Lord's head. So it's missions that still part of the first campaign, I guess, but that took place on Mars and Venus. Piece of cake. I love doing story missions, and it's a quick, easy way to get over 100 legendary marks and a Treasure of Ages. So I usually do at least this once a week to get the Treasure of Ages boxes, and if I need legendary marks. Really easy way to get legendary marks. Then for the SIVA Crisis Heroic, we got Heroic, so again, enemies appear in greater numbers. Solar Burn, but not only do you have Solar Burn, you also have Small Arms. So if you happen to have any of those raid weapons that give you exotic primaries that give you solar damage, that's going to melt through these strikes. Just melt through them. Plus, you have Berserk. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage, which I think I've proven with those Taken Phalanxes, the Taken Cabal, that flinching makes a difference. But I think I have one. I don't have it on me, on my Guardian, but I think I have at least one solar primary exotic, and it's just going to melt through this. So those are the SIVA Crisis Heroic. You could get up to 30 legendary marks and a Treasure of Ages box if you do it 3 times. Then you have the weekly Nightfall, which I checked what it is now. The weekly Nightfall is the Venus Winter's Run. So this is the one with the Archon Priest that you need to restore his soul. I think there's one version where it's taken, one version where he's not taken. I did solo this years ago, before the light went up to like 400, but I did solo him. It's the one where you go down on Venus, you go through the caves, then you come out of the caves, and there's that big field, and then you go through a door, and he's got a pod and some massive fallen. So for that, you have Epic, of course. Heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in greater numbers. You have Small Arms, but you don't have Solar Burn, so you only have Small Arms, so that sucks. It would be awesome if Solar Burn was up too. Chaff, so No Radar. Now, this is one of my least favorite. Match Game. Enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. Pain in the butt to deal with. If you don't have the correct elemental damage, it takes forever to get through their shields. And finally, my least favorite modifier. This is the modifier I hate the most. Exposure. Guardian shields are increased but do not replenish. So you do not get your health back. Best way to deal with exposure I have found? Red Death. Red Death, each kill heals you and speeds up reloads. So if I was going to do this, which I don't know, I'm trying to devote more time to Destiny 2, I would go with Red Death to deal with exposure. Like I said, it's the Venus mission, Winter's Run. Challenge of the Elders. This is a cakewalk. Oh, this is easy. The bosses they have given you, it's almost like they were saying, hey, we need to make up for last week. We're going to go easy on you this time. So first off, we have Brawler. Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. Then melee kill bonus, which, by the way, that includes the Hunter's Throwing Knife. So that makes it And then you have solar burn. So Hunter's throwing knife, which is a solar melee, piece of cake. Solar burn, piece of cake. So the first boss is the not taken hive. So you have the dark blade. So if I'm blown away that they did not go with the taken hive, because if they had gone with the taken hive, that knight shoots out liquid flame and it lingers. So you basically really, really hard. If it had been, I've done that boss with solar, and it's a nightmare to deal with. Like, I used my Celestial Nighthawk, and I burned through the boss. Like, I only had, like, 2,500 points because I just burned through the boss because of the solar damage. My suggestion, the wizards. Get rid of the 2 wizards. Every round of reinforcements, he has 2 wizards. And those are the only challenge. And but they have arc damage. So you're dealing with a boss with no solar damage at all. The first one is a piece of cake. Second boss is the Taken Vex. So it's the one from last week. If you have a solar sniper rifle, solar rocket launcher, and solar, you'll burn through that one too. That one was so easy. I burned through it really, really fast. I think I died a total of 3 times, and that was because I was still getting used to, I'd forgotten about the wizards. But piece of cake. Yeah, just solar sniper rifle. Just watch out for when you kill the Vex, they will sometimes shoot back at you in their death, and just be careful with that. And the final boss is the Taken Fallen, the Kexis the Betrayed, which again was from last week. Piece of cake. There's a way to deal with his light draining attack that I'm not 100% sure, but piece of cake boss. Piece of cake. This is just like easy, easy, easy. I nearly did it this morning, but I didn't want to be late for work. So really easy. So that's Challenge of the Elders. And finally, the weekly featured raid is my favorite. Wrath of the Machine. This is the raid you need to do twice to get Outbreak Prime. I haven't done Wrath of the Machine in like at least 2 years. I mean, completed it in like 2 years. But it's easy to get on and do again. I really like Wrath of the Machine. So if anybody wants to do it, has a fire team going with mics. It's really hard to do raids without headsets. I'm eager to do it, but I will be mostly in Destiny 2 because I'm trying to get my level up, get my artifact unlocked, get everything ready for Saturday for when we do raids. So that's this week in Destiny 1. Let me know if I need to add anything else. I need to head out. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the tower.